Welcome to this explainer. If you're here trying to figure out the absolute best way to tackle your exam, you are totally in the right place. Today, we're going to dive right into how you can absolutely crush the GED Science exam using a revolutionary and completely free AI coach named Ari. We're going to break down exactly what the test expects of you and, honestly, more importantly, how to study for it without losing your mind in the process.
So let's tackle the biggest fear right out of the gate. You know that crippling anxiety that you've got to memorize hundreds of complex, scientific facts? You probably picture yourself sweating, trying to recite the entire periodic table from memory, right? Or, I don't know, perfectly listing out every single microscopic phase of cell division. Well, spoiler alert, most actual scientists don't even do that without Googling it first. So if that's what's been holding you back, take a deep breath. Seriously, we're busting that myth right here, right now. The exam actually tests your ability to think like a scientist. It's looking at your ability to interpret information, maybe read a short passage about an experiment, identify the variables, and evaluate the conclusions. It does not ask you to act like a walking textbook. The test literally gives you the information. Your job is just to apply some basic scientific reasoning to it. That's the real skill here.
Section 1. Breaking down the test. So, what's actually on it? The exam content is broken down into three main areas. Life science makes up a massive 40%. Think ecosystems, human body systems, genetics, stuff like that. Physical science is another 40%, covering things like properties of matter, chemical reactions, and energy. And finally, Earth and space science rounds the whole thing out at 20%, focusing on plate tectonics, weather, and our solar system.
As for the actual structure, here's what you're working with. You're going to face exactly 34 questions, and you have a strict time limit of 90 minutes to get through them. That means you've got to be pretty comfortable reading and interpreting data efficiently. It's kind of like a fast-paced puzzle.
But here is the absolutely crucial point, the magic number 145. That is the score you are aiming for to officially pass the science section and earn your credential. You don't have to be perfect. You literally just need a 145 or higher. That's the goal line.
Section 2. Meet Ari, your AI coach.
Look, traditional test prep usually means static practice tests, heavy, boring textbooks, and literally everyone getting the exact same flashcards, whether they actually need them or not. Honestly, let's forget all of that. Enter Ari. Ari is an AI coach created by the AI Bridge Foundation, and it actually has a conversation with you. It throws dynamic scenarios your way and generates unlimited practice that is targeted specifically to your personal knowledge gaps.
This whole thing is powered by something called adaptive learning. Basically, it's a super smart system that figures out what you already know, pinpoints your specific weaknesses, and then generates tailored practice to fill those exact gaps. Ari uses this beautifully. Say you're kind of weak in chemistry but absolutely crush it when it comes to ecosystems, well, Ari figures that out pretty fast. It confirms you know your ecosystem stuff, moves right along, and automatically focuses your time exactly where you need it most. No waste of time.
Let's look at a quick example. Say you open up the topic on cells. First, Ari gives you a scenario, like asking why a raisin swells up in water. You answer, maybe guessing diffusion. Now, Ari doesn't just buzz you and say wrong. Instead, it explains that it's specifically osmosis, because water's moving across a membrane, and it actually walks you through that whole concept. And here's the real genius part. The next time you log in, Ari remembers you struggled with this, and it'll test you with a totally new scenario just to make sure you've truly mastered it. It's like having a personal tutor.
Section 3. Dodging common exam traps.
Across its 13 comprehensive topics, Ari gives you all the key concepts, the vocabulary, and honestly, the most important thing, the ability to dodge common testing traps. We're talking about things like confusing mitosis with meiosis, or thinking energy just disappears instead of transforming, or mixing up physical and chemical changes. Oh, and the classic trap, assuming correlation means causation in an experiment. These are the specific, sneaky mistakes that constantly cost people points on the real deal. But Ari is designed to drill you on these traps until you're absolutely bulletproof.
So, when you're ready to practice dodging those traps and really hone those reasoning skills, you just use the Drill Me button. You hit it, and boom, Ari instantly generates a fresh, GED-style science question. You literally get unlimited practice with unique data tables, wild experiments, and new scenarios. It'll ask you to predict results or evaluate a conclusion, and then best of all, explains exactly why your answer was right or wrong.
And check out how this builds your confidence over time. You get a personal dashboard that tracks your progress across all 13 topics through 4 mastery levels. Not started, exploring, understanding, and finally, exam ready. It's like a game where you always know exactly where your gaps are. And when all 13 topics hit exam ready, you know for a fact you've got what it takes to pass.
Section 4. Your free path to passing.
Okay, here is the absolute best part. Because the AI Bridge Foundation is a registered nonprofit, this entire conversational prep course is built totally around accessibility. Get this quote directly from them. The course is completely free, no upsells, no premium tier, no data sold. Isn't that wild? You don't have to go buy lab equipment, you don't need expensive textbooks. Literally, the only thing you ever pay for is the official fee to the testing center when you actually walk in to take the exam. Ari just helps get you there, totally free of charge.
So who is this really for? Well, it's built for adults working toward a GED credential, returning students trying to finish what they started, people who maybe always struggled with science back in a traditional classroom, and especially conversational learners. Look, if you're the kind of person who learns better by just talking it out and having someone actually explain the why behind an answer, this course was explicitly designed for you.
We've seen that the GED Science exam tests your reasoning, not your memory, right? And Ari uses adaptive learning to focus entirely on your specific needs, completely for free. So, what do you say? Are you ready to stop memorizing and start actually understanding? Head over to our YouTube for GED Science Prep landing page, prepare with Ari, and just start the conversation. Because think about it, if an AI can learn exactly how your unique brain works, just imagine what you can achieve when you finally learn how the test works. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, happy studying!